Bobby McKee, when did you go bald? Thanks for that, Bobby. Hello guys. Right. I don't know why, but I get so nervous when I'm doing a sit down video. You know, normally like when you're just doing it handheld, it feels more natural, but when you've got a tripod set up, it reminds me like I'm doing an audition and I start to get all tense. So you must forgive me guys, but welcome to my 250 subscriber special, which is a Q&A. I just want to say thanks very much for subscribing, commenting, liking, interacting with me, coming up and saying hello when you've seen me at one of the parks. It means an awful lot, and I just want to say a massive heartfelt thanks very much. I know I'm stupid half the time, but I really do appreciate it. Getting a bit emotional now. So this is a Q&A. A few of you have sent some questions in via Twitter. A few of you have sent some in via YouTube. And I want to keep the answers nice and brief. You know, I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. I don't know. I haven't been anywhere outside the UK hardly. I've got a few things planned this year. And, you know, my ride count is quite limited. But, you know, we've all got to start somewhere, haven't we? So without further ado, hang on, coffee. Hey, I tell you what, I've just got this from Subway, yeah? One thing, have you ever noticed, I got a Subway 6-inch sandwich, you know, the breakfast deal they do. Have you ever noticed, please someone tell me if you've also noticed this, but when they're wrapping your sandwich up, have you ever said to them, yeah, just leave it unwrapped please, I'll take it like that? And they look at you like you're an alien, they go, what? Can you just leave it unwrapped please, I'm gonna eat it now. Yeah, okay. It's so weird. Has anyone else ever... Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's start the Q&A. So, the first one is from Coaster J. And what I've done is I've just screenshotted... That's not going to focus, is it? I've just screenshotted the questions and I'm just going to rattle through them off my mobile device. So, the first one is from Coaster J. Hello, Jay. You all right, mate? What's your proudest moment? Oh, check out Coaster J's channel, by the way. He's new, he's good. What's your proudest moment in your life? The proudest moment in my life. And what's your favourite moment in a theme park ever? Right, okay, so proudest moment in my life is probably getting my first professional acting job when I graduated from drama school. That was an amazing moment. I'd only been graduated about 2 or 3 weeks, and my agent rung up and said, you've been offered a play at Bristol Old Vic Theatre. And I didn't even have to audition, so that was probably one of my first proudest moments. And favourite moment ever in a theme park? That's a tough one. I've got so many. Probably off the top of my head, I would say, yeah, no, I know. Favourite moment, not proudest, sorry. Favourite moment is I done a ride on Shambhala, and it was just, you'll see it in the vlog. If you go back and watch my Portaventura vlog, you'll see how emotional I felt. I'd had a terrible year. I'd had a marriage breakdown, and it was like I can't describe it, but it was just so emotional. It was just going dark, so it was like dusky, if that's the right word. And I just felt just the most freest I've ever been in my life, and it was the end of a really, really tricky time in my life, and it was just a very special moment, you know, as the sun was setting, riding Shambhala and just feeling so free. Yeah, watch that vlog if you haven't seen it. I'm really proud of that vlog. It's a bit long, like, but thanks for that question, mate. Sam Howard, what's your opinion on all of them accounts for the rides at the Pleasure Beach? Oh yeah. So for those of you that don't know, it's on Twitter. There's been someone setting up lots of different rides. So you've got Infusion, the big one, Icon, there's a few others, Revolution, and basically they just parody accounts, but I find them really funny, especially when they pull you up on things that you've said about the rides and stuff. So yeah, it's good fun, Sam. I like them accounts, as long as they, you know, keep in check and don't start getting too lippy. What do you think of them, Sam? Do you like them? Let me know in the comments below. Next one is Jack, another Jack. This time it's Jack at Coaster Credit. Alright Jack, how are you, mate? Thanks for the question. Have you ever blacked out on a coaster? I have. I have. No, I haven't, mate. No, I don't think I have anyway. I don't know, but well, I certainly don't think I have. I suppose you wouldn't really know if you were riding alone. But I have seen someone black out recently, actually, on the big one. There was a girl in front of me with a mum or sister, and she blacked out about 5 times all the way around. Her head just drop, head would drop, and then her mum, she must do it all the time because the girl next to her was laughing her head off. And anyway, she was all right. We had a laugh about it when we got off the big one. So no, in answer to your question, dude, I haven't. No. Flo Rich the vlogs. All right, Rich, how you doing, mate? You've got, oh, whoa, you've took a liberty here, son, haven't you? Done about 8 questions. I'm going to answer one because I think we've got a few duplicates. What ride do you want to go on the most that you've not ridden yet? Right, that's an easy one for me. It's Taron. I can't wait to get on Taron. I absolutely can't wait to get on it. I'm going to be going in December. It's looking like I'm hitting Fantasia Land in December. So yeah, that's probably the one I'm after next the most, is Taron. Thanks for the question, mate. I look forward to meeting you next week as well, and your lovely family. Right, Craig Toy. All right, Craig, you're a good laugh, you, mate. I love your little remarks. Favourite park you visited and favourite ride? At the moment, my favourite park I've visited is PA, and my favourite ride is Shambhala. For that reason, what I've just said before, but also I just think it's an amazing B&M. I love the hyper coasters. It's so smooth. I just love the scenery. I love the view of the sea. It's just a magical ride for me. I'm pretty certain it might be top this year with all the trips I've got planned, but who knows? Who knows? It's a very special ride for me. Next one, Avalanche Attractions UK. Alright, thank you for the question. Next one, Danielle Mansfield. Hello, Dan. Favourite coaster you've ever ridden? Shambhala. And favourite theme park you've ever been to? God, that's a tough one, because as I say, I've not been to that many at the moment. In the UK, I would say it's Alton Towers. It's just a very special park for me with very special memories. Yeah, so I would say Alton Towers. Sammy Tunnicliffe. All right, Sam, you're right. Favourite? What a favourite? I'm used to saying favourite now. What is your ultimate park goal for a park you haven't been to yet in any location around the world? Jesus, Sam, that's a mammoth question, isn't it? And would you eat noodles for breakfast? yeah. Right, okay, so what's your ultimate park goal that you haven't been to around the world? Okay, I'll say probably riding Steel Vengeance in Cedar Point at night. That would be a massive goal for me. And would you eat noodles for breakfast? Yes, I would eat noodles for breakfast. I must explain this actually. That's a bit of a joke, because I was at a hotel the other day when I was filming, and I was chatting with Sammy, and I actually saw a family eating 4 pot noodles for breakfast. It was an all-you-can-eat buffet in the hotel, everything you could ever wish to eat, but they were sat round the table eating pot noodles, the 4 of them, for breakfast. So I think that's what she's referring to. But yeah, I would eat them. I love coca noodles. Next one is Springy Tales. Hello, Alan. Hello, Stevie. What's your earliest childhood memory of a theme park? Theme park memory, earliest. I would say it was going to Flamingo Land when I was very, very, very young, and it absolutely hammered down all day. Like, you've never seen rain like it. I must have only been about 6 or 7, and there was hardly nothing there at this point. And all I can remember is just seeing this field full of rain, and there was just, I think we stayed there for about 4 hours, and then it was a coach trip. It took about 3 hours to get there, maybe longer, and we seemed to just be standing around in the rain. The couple of rides they had at the time, you're looking at the mid-80s, were very minimal, and yeah, so, and then we seemed to be just coming back on the coach then soaking wet. So that was the first memory. It wasn't a particularly good one, but I would also say lots of memories of Camelot. Camelot was a park I remember visiting loads when I was a young lad. And the dragon. Do you remember the big pink dragon by the entrance? It was a lovely park, Camelot. I miss it a lot. Next question is from Mark Garrison. Who inspired you to start your own channel? Cheers, Mark. That's an easy one, really. It was Backseat Blackout. Hello, lads. Backseat Blackout inspired me to start because I'd been watching theme park worldwide since about 2012, and I love Sean's stuff, and you know, it was like really, he knows his stuff, and you know, he was getting around to different parks, and I really loved that channel. But when I started watching Backseat Blackout, I kind of related to them more. You know, just the sort of the humour. I just got their sort of humour, and yeah, basically it was just watching them. I ended up chatting with Chris Davenport, and we just ended up really good mates from then, and that was how I started the channel. We'd met up once before at Blackpool, and then we met up again, and there was a load of us this day, and I had my phone with me, and I just decided to do it on the day. I hadn't planned it. I just got my phone out and started vlogging, and that was it. That was my first ever vlog, so check that one out. I think it should be the first on the list, the Blackpool vlog. So yeah, they inspired me to start my channel because it was so fun, so down to earth, and they didn't take themselves too serious. So that's everything that I like to be. Next question is from William Tedstone. Big One is better than Icon. Thoughts? Next question is I'm only joking. No, I can't agree with that, mate. It's not, well, it's just a statement, isn't it? It's not a statement, is it? Big One is better than Icon. Thoughts? Question. Okay, my thoughts is no, it's not. No. I love the Big One. It's got a very, very special place in my heart. It's a brilliant ride. Obviously it's a bit rough now, but I still love it. I really love it. I've got a very special connection to that ride through watching it being built with my dad. But for me, Icon, it's a far superior coaster. I love Mack rides. I love the launch. I love the restraints. I love everything about Icon. So no, I think Icon's a far superior coaster. Although the Big One is still very special to me, but more for nostalgia reasons. Thanks, William, for that one. Next one, Chris Johnson. All right, mate. How long have you been an enthusiast, and what made you be one? I've been an enthusiast now, I would say, for a year. What made me be one? I'd always loved Alton Towers. I used to go to Alton Towers once or twice a year at least, but I always wanted to go more and more and more. And you know what, everyone would be like, well, we've been once. Why do you want to go again? You've been twice, why do you want to go again? I was constantly watching YouTube videos, constantly reading about coasters, and yeah, it was after a very tricky marriage breakup. I was sat in the house one day in February in 2018, and I thought, what would make me happy now? And the only thing that I thought would make me genuinely happy would be to ride a roller coaster. It was the second week of the WOW weekends at Blackpool in 2018. And I thought, right, I'm going. Now, the thought of going on my own was just terrifying, but I picked myself up and I went, and I had an amazing day, and I just came back and I felt like a new man. And then from that day, it was just, all I could think about was being on coasters. And yeah, so it's been a year, just over a year, and yeah, I'm just obsessed, absolutely obsessed. Thanks, Chris. Have you, Grady Designer? Hello, Grady, you comment a lot, thanks for that. Have you been to any US parks? Are you planning any trips to the US? Right, there's quite a few questions here. No, I haven't. I haven't even been to the US at all. And am I planning any trips to the US? Yes, I am, next year. I'm hoping to get to Cedar Point next year. I've set myself a goal, and I'm going to really try. If not, I want to try some of the Florida parks, Disney parks and stuff. But I need to do some serious thinking and planning and financing, obviously. But yes, I'm certainly planning to get to America, hopefully next year. If not next year, the year after. What is your favourite coaster at each of the major UK parks? Oh, I'll do three. I'll do Blackpool, Thorpe and Alton. So Blackpool, Icon. Alton Towers, either the Smiler or Wicker Man. I love the Smiler, I love it. So the Smiler. And Thorpe Park, I would say Stealth. The Swarm, I love the Swarm. Closely followed by Stealth. Okay, Coaster J, another one. So Airtime John, would you rather go on Infusion 200 times back to back and not be able to experience Airtime, or not go on Infusion but never be able to experience Airtime ever again? Right, okay, I would say, I can't lose Airtime, I love it. So I would say Infusion back to back 200 times, bring it on, baby. Random question, cheers mate. Random question, John. This is from Andy Irvoy. Andy was one of my first subscribers, I think. Random question, John. Who is your favourite actor / actress? And what is your favourite movie or genre of movie? Thanks. That's a good one, mate. I'd say Robert De Niro of all time. Robert De Niro. And my favourite movie of all time is Goodfellas. It's an absolute classic. In fact, I was watching it this morning. Favourite genre of movie? I love horror. I love horror films, but there aren't that many good ones anymore. I love gangster films. I love thrillers. I just love films, mate. You know, you see behind me, I've got movie posters and stuff, and yeah. Let's see the next one. Thanks for that, mate. Favourite park experience ever? I've answered that. That was from Scare Track Podcast. Thank you, mate. I would say that moment where I was letting go of the past on Shambhala. It was very, very magical. Lewis Taylor, BBP, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Hello, Lewis. You alright, mate? Will you ever do a meet-up with Big Perm as well? Be an effing good day, that. Need more vlogs, by the way. Sorry, mate. I'll try and get more vlogs out. It's just hard because you don't want to cover the same parks over and over again. Do you know what I mean? Will I ever do a meet-up? I don't know. It's a thought, I suppose. I don't know. It's a weird thought. The idea that people would want to come and meet up with you that don't know you. Do you know what I mean? But if there was a demand for it, I would certainly be up for meeting everyone. Yeah, with Big Perm as well. I'm sure he'd be up for it. Big P, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. At the moment, I would feel a little bit like a lemon, you know, because I don't have that many subscribers, and I don't want to come across like, you know, who does he think he is doing a meet-up? You know what I mean? So, if there was a demand for it one day, I would certainly be up for it. I'd love to meet people. I love it when people say hello in the theme parks, because you see people want to say hello sometimes but don't, and then they'll tweet you later on and say, you know, I wanted to say hello, and because you can tell when people are looking over, but you don't want to go over and be like, hey, I've seen you looking at me, it's Airtime John, you know what I mean? So it's a weird one, but yeah, definitely be up for it. And thanks for the comment, mate. Airtime John, who do you love best, the fair or your sister? Cheeky. That's from our Joanne Thompson. I love you the best, mate, of course I do. Next question. Grey Designer. Grady, yeah, Grady. On what coaster would you like to do a 24-hour riding marathon? It's more which one would I be able to do a 24 riding marathon. Obviously something like the Smiler I couldn't do, because you know, you'd be ill violently. I don't know, it couldn't be too intense. I'd like to do it on the Swarm, but I think that would be a little bit sickly. I would say Icon. I'll go for Icon because it's smooth. Alice Floyd, what's your favourite memory at a theme park? Sorry, we've had that one, Alice. What I've just said before, Shambhala. Thanks for the question. Snowboard girl. Hiya Kelly, you're right. Acoustic or acoustic or electric? Electric. You mean guitar? Yeah, electric. I would say electric. I love acoustic. I play acoustic guitar, but you can't beat a good lead guitar player, can you? It just sounds amazing. Big Perm TV. Yes, what's going on, blood? What is the stupidest thing you've done because someone dared you to? Meeting up with you the first time. Only joking. That's a good one, mate. Right, it was at school, and one of my mates dared me to walk in the local swimming pool with my uniform on, go right past the attendants, go right to the pool and jump in my school uniform, which I'd done. So that was pretty stupid. Next question. The Saint. Who would you most like to be with if you could choose any guest in the world to go on a park day out with? Do you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit cheesy and say me dad. My dad loved roller coasters. He loved the fair, and he died about 10 years ago now. And he's the person I would most love to have a day out with, because I miss him a lot. It's sad, really, but yeah, definitely me dad. Right, backseat blackout. Next up, what are your ultimate bucket list coasters? What's going on, backseat boys? Right, I'm gonna say Steel Vengeance, definitely. There are coasters that I want to ride nearer to home, but I can't call them bucket list coasters because they're very doable. So I will say the big ones in America that I'm after. Top Thrill Dragster, another one, just looks amazing. Steel Vengeance, definitely. That one in Japan, the 4D coaster, looks amazing. What's it called? What's it called? No, not euthanasia. Echinacea, something like that. Yeah, that one. So yeah, them three definitely. I'd also like to do the one in Colmarden, the other RMC. Wildfire, is it? Wildfire? Yeah. Is it Wildfire? Can't remember. Flo Rich, the family vlogs again. Who would you like to do a coaster with, famous or not? Scarlett Johansson, because she's absolutely gorgeous. Luke said Ford. Hello Luke, lovely family. You and your missus are lovely people. Met you at Blackpool. Hi mate, congrats on the 251 subs. I'm a big fan of Stephen Graham. See, you've worked with him on Little Boy Blue. You played the part boss, by the way. Oh, nice one, mate. What's he like as a person, and have you got any more acting jobs in the pipeline? Stephen's a lovely fella. Yeah, really nice guy. Very, very talented, insanely talented. Amazing to work with him, watch him, learn from him. He's a great person. He's helped me out with another job since then. Threw my name in the hat for something, which was amazing. And yeah, I've got quite a bit coming up, mate, acting wise. I've got about 4 TV shows due out this year, which I've already filmed, and I'm waiting on the yes from a film as we speak, so fingers crossed. Backseat blackout. I've already left one, but I thought I'd do another one. Chris, Thorpe Park, would you prefer an RMC, a Hyper, a GCI for the next edition? So which one would I rather have, an RCM, an RMC, a Hyper, or a GCI? Well, I wouldn't want a GCI because we've got Wicker Man. Although I wouldn't mind a tall GCI, a big one, you know, big 180, 200 footer. RMC, I can't see it happening, although I don't know. Hypercoaster. See, I think we need a good hypercoaster in the UK. I really do. I'd love an RMC. So it's between RMC or a Hyper, B&M Hyper. I think we need a good B&M hyper in the country. So I'm going to say I would prefer a hyper. Although I'd love an RMC, so I don't know. But no, let's convert one of the Woodies at Blackpool for an RMC. The Hoost, hello mate, favourite dark ride? Valhalla, absolutely love it. Classic mate, thanks for the question. Danny Thompson, what's going on Dan? What's been your favourite professional acting role to date and why? My favourite role was playing D.I. Martin in Little Boy Blue, but I've just filmed one for a new ITV drama about Hillsborough, and it's only a tiny part, but I think that's probably one of my proudest moments, because I got to work with Maxine Peake, who's one of my favourite actors, and it was just a special role because it was, you know, because of the subject matter, and yeah, that's probably one of my favourites up to now. Bobby McKee, when did you go bald? When did I go bald? Thanks for that, Bobby. I started going bald when I was about early 20s, just very thin on top. See, I've still got a bit of coverage, do you know what I mean? It's not like, it's very, you can count them individually. But yeah, say like I started going thin, mid-20s, and then towards me late 20s I just started shaving it off, because it was more of an issue checking all the time and seeing your reflection and going, oh, I can see through my hair, oh no. So I just thought, get rid of it. And that is the last question. What a great one to finish on. Bobby, it's not Bobby, is it? Is that you, Bobby? Little Bobby? If it is, hello. If it's not, hello, new Bobby. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. The battery is about to die, so that was absolutely timed to perfection. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Yeah, I've enjoyed it, it's been fun. If you've enjoyed it, thank you very much for watching. We've got lots more content coming up. Going to be at Alton Towers next weekend, Saturday and Sunday for the opening weekend. Then Thorpe Park, I think the next weekend or maybe 2 weeks later. And then we've got the big one, me and Big Perm TV going to Portaventura in May. And then I've got Leesburg in July. So lots of content coming up. The odd day vlog thrown in between them. But thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, interacting. I love you dearly and you make it worthwhile. So from me and Theo, I'm Airtime John, and I'm signing out. Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da!